Feel good news. 1. Physical barriers nearly canceled a field trip for one fourth grader who is in a wheelchair due to spina bifida. But there was a teacher that refused to let that happen. Jim Freeman's generosity will likely never be forgotten by Ryan Neighbors and her family. Her mother explained that her daughter has been in a wheelchair all her life. The 10-year-old has spina bifida. When I got to see the fossils and stuff, I was like, wow, that's like really cool. I haven't gotten to see that before, said Ryan. While she sparkles just as brightly as her peers, her condition has been an obstacle for previous field trips. But Jim Freeman stepped in to make this trip different. He used a special backpack to tote her through the rugged outdoor terrain at the park. As soon as we got her strapped in, she's like, this is the part I've been waiting for. He teaches in the class next to her classroom. When her mom found out that he wanted to help her daughter, she cried tears of joy. It melted my heart. He's not even Ryan's teacher, and he was so pure-hearted that he wanted to make sure she was included and not left out, and she got to feel like one of her peers. Jim Freeman said he wasn't looking for recognition. He just does not feel that he did anything out of the ordinary. This is just one physical act that you can see, but we do this countless times throughout the school day and throughout the year, he said. All teachers here at Tully and JCPS work harder than most people realize. That was nice. 2. A woman discovers a painting hanging in her kitchen is the $6 million masterpiece.
Worth millions that the art world thought was lost has been hanging unassumingly over a hot plate in a French kitchen. A woman told The Guardian that she thought the small 8x10 artwork was just an old religious painting until she presented it to auctioneers. After being looked over by experts, it was revealed to be a 13th century painting from Italian artist Cimabue, also known as Cene di Beppo. Art historians point out that it appears to fit a diptych created by Cimabue that depicts the Passion of Christ, along with his crucifixion. The French woman's art, originally thought to be lost, is titled Christ Mocked. Auctioneers believe the Renaissance masterpiece could fetch up to $6.5 million when it goes up for sale on October 27th.
3. A 6-year-old Arkansas girl named Vivian was on vacation with her family in July when she bought a group of green Army men figurines. While playing with the toys, she quickly began to wonder why there were no women figurines in the bunch. She wanted us to do a Google search to see if they did in fact exist, because if they did, she wanted to get some. I've been wanting to have girl army men, but there's no girl army men. It's kind of weird, she says. The little girl then decided to write a letter to various toy companies requesting that they create female army figurines. And her letter says, "My name is Vivian. I play soccer. I am 6 years old. Why do you not make girl army men? My friend's mom is in the army too. So why don't you make them too? I saw the pink ones, but those aren't girls, and people in the army don't wear pink. Some girls don't like pink, so please, can you make army girls that look like women? I would play with them every day, and my friends would too. Thank you." It was a heartfelt letter, said the president of BMC Toys, and it reminded me of being a kid and always wanting that toy that you couldn't get in the gumball machine, so I really looked into it. His ultimate response to Vivian's request was simple. It's happening. Green Army women figurines will be available by the end of 2020 with 4 different military poses, including a captain holding a handgun and binoculars and a kneeling soldier holding a bazooka. I think this is a great example of listening to kids because they see things that we don't see. Things have always been that way and we just go with it, and children with fresh eyes can see things the way they're supposed to be. As for Vivian, the little girl couldn't be more overjoyed. It made me so happy. I might just get the boy army men out of the way and just play with the girls. And 4. A volunteer moved in with the dog who's been in a shelter for over 400 days to help get her adopted.
She wants to do Thank you all the time. So incredibly affectionate.
Scott Poor and 3-year-old terrier mix Queen have gotten awfully close. He's moved in with her at this Kansas animal shelter, hoping to catch the attention of someone who can give her a forever loving home.
I love her so much, guys. I'm having a blast here at the shelter, but I don't want to live here for a long time. I want to find her a forever home.
Queen has been here for more than 400 days after starting off life on a slippery slope.
She's 3 years old. She spent a third of her life in the animal shelter. She came in, she was injured. She required a ton of medical. The shelter covered every single dollar of that. Got her back to feeling better. She's a completely healthy dog now.
And until she's out of there, the two are enjoying breakfast in bed.
We're having a little breakfast in bed. Perk of being my roommate.
Reading and playing. Scott says she doesn't snore, but he hears the neighboring dogs. At the same time, he's still trying to run his clothing brand, Mission Driven, which brings awareness to all shelter pets.
And there's quite a few people that don't know me that are getting very frustrated that I don't adopt Queen. I have a great dog at home. She wants a best human friend. And guys, we got to get her out of the shelter.
Scott says Queen is the example of what happens when dogs are not adopted, and he wants to change that.